Libraries that use the SCOOLS Union Catalog Database. This is John with Opal's Library Systems, and in this video tutorial I will be covering how to fill an interlibrary loan item request. Please note that I have other tutorials on the SCOOLS Union Catalog Database. One on searching the SCOOLS catalog, another on requesting an interlibrary loan item, this one on filling an ILL item and sending along a packing slip with it. If you need further help, please email support@opalsinfo.net or call 877-331-1022 and ask for tech support. Now I will go ahead and run through the process of filling an ILL request. The first thing I'm going to do is go up to the ILL option tab here, click ILL, and I will be clicking responses. The difference between requests and responses: requests are any requests I made of another library. The response is when I receive an email or some notification that there's a request of my library. By the way, I'm using Horseheads Middle School, which is part of the GST school library system. They've been very nice to let me use the GST school library system library as well as Horseheads Middle School. Okay, I'm going to click responses. And in a moment you will see some ILL requests that have come into Horseheads Middle School. And this is mine at the very top. By the way, the ILL ID is good to know whether you're sending out a book, requesting a book, etc. It's good to keep note of the ILL ID. And here you're going to see the date that I made the request, the title of the book, the call number, the author of the book. The requester is the Greater Southern Tier BOCE School Library System Library. I requested it on this date, and it would expire on 2/28. The expiry date is used if a teacher or student requests a book and they won't need it after a certain date. Finally, you'll see the status is still open. So what I'm going to do is click the ILL ID. We have the ILL option or the request on the screen. We can see the ILL ID here. The status is that it's open. One copy was requested. It hasn't been filled yet. Here's the title, author, call number, the requester, GST BOCE School Library System, the Instructional Support Center. That's their library. The borrower at the Greater Southern Tier School Library System library would be John S. I mentioned in requesting a book that you never want to put a student or teacher's name or anybody's name in a request or any electronic transmission, especially in New York State, because that's the Privacy of Information Act law. You don't want to put a person's name and their ID number in any electronic transmission. You don't want to use both at the same time. So in this request, you'll just see the name John S. And this is requested by me. I'm a MediaFlex admin when I log in. And here's the responder, GST BOCE School Library System, the district, and the library, Horsehead Middle School. Finally, you'll see a private note here. Please ignore this request as it's for a tutorial. You can put all sorts of notes when you do request things in your request to let librarians know what you're looking for, and etc., etc. So don't ever be hesitant to put in notes. Okay, I am now going to the very bottom and you'll see reject. Maybe you need to reject it because it's lost. You can't find it. You can fill the request, which I will do. You can also print for a shelf lookup. So you could print the call number up here, right here, FIC TEL, and print that out and go to your shelves and look it up. And you can put a note on as well. The grayed out options would not be grayed out if the book was becoming overdue and you wanted to renew it, etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to click Fill, and I'm clicking Fill to fill the request. I will enter in the barcode, and you can enter it in with your barcode scanner if you need, and a due date. You can enter in a due date. For example, if a teacher needs the same book or someone else in your school system needs the book, you could put a due date in. I'll just add a due date of I'm just picking one out, March 18th. I can add a public note or a private note. Got my private note in, and now I've got my barcode in, my due date, my private note, and I click OK. Now we see that this is for the printing of the packing slip that will go along with the book. I have one copy. I can select the loan by a scanner. So I'll just put in the barcode. And I'm going to check this box, the loan list, which is the call number, the barcode, the due date, loan date, etc. So now I've got one copy. I've got all the necessary information in. And you'll see it's changed to filled because I'm in the process. It actually hasn't been sent out at this point, but it was checked to fill. I'm clicking OK. Here is the interlibrary loan packing slip. You'll see the ILL ID up here at the top. It's very good to pack this or print this out and pack it and put it along with the package that you're sending the book out. Also see at the very bottom the ILL loan ID barcode, the title, the author, ILL ID and barcode again, ILLID barcode, and the due date. I am back at the Horseheads Middle School home screen of their SCOOLS Union Catalog Database, and I'm just going to click ILL one more time, click my responses, and let's have a look at the book that I just filled. It'll come right up. There we go. And you see the ILL ID and all the information, and at the very far right, filled by this library. So that's telling me that my library has filled the request and it's now in transit, or will be in transit sometime today or tomorrow, whatever. It's always a good idea to have a long loan period to make up for the transit issues that may or may not happen for your school libraries. Depending on how often your books get moved around. So you always want to think about that time frame in addition to the time frame that you're loaning the book out. All the best, and please look for more videos on the SCOOLS Union Catalog Database. Thank you.